Hi, welcome back to Calculated Education. Today we're going to be taking a look at an ACT math practice question. Today we're taking a look at a question that goes like so. Sales for a business were $3 million more the second year than the first year, and the sales for the third year will double the sales of the second year. If the sales for the third year were $38 million, what were the sales in millions of dollars for that year? So here we actually have to create a system of equations. First, we're going to do that for year number 2. So it says sales for a business were $3 million more the second year than the first year. So we're going to define that as Y2 as year 2 were $3 million more than the first. So that's going to do, we're going to go 3 plus, and we're going to say that's Y1 as year 1. Now we have another equation that we have to create, and it's for the third year. So that's going to be Y3. It says sales for the third year will double the sales of Y2. So in this case, we're going to go 2 times Y2, right? 2 times Y2 gets us the sales for year 3. And then lastly, it says the sales for the third year, we're actually given a value for year 3, and it was 38 million, right? So we're just going to label that as 38. Since our units are going to be in millions of dollars. We already know that. We can use 3 and 38 to represent those values accordingly. So our whole goal now is how much did we make the first year? So the best way to do that is substitute the values that you know. So in this case, we know what Y3 is equal to. And we also know what Y2 is equal to. So let's plug both of those values into this middle equation here. So we have Y3, which is equal to 38. Which is equal to 2 times Y2. And what's Y2? Y2 is up here. It's going to be 3 plus Y1. Awesome. And so now we solve for Y1, since Y3 is really not applicable anymore since we know it's equal to 38. So it's going to be 38 is equal to, and we're going to expand the 2 to both variables or both values here. So it's going to be 6 plus 2Y1. We're going to subtract 6 from both sides. Cancels out here. That's going to get us 32 is equal to 2y1. In that case, we're going to divide by 2 on both sides. So I'm going to take this up here. It's going to be 32 divided by 2. And then it's also going to be 2y1 divided by 2. Those 2 cancels. 32 divided by 2 is 16 equals y1. And so this is going to be our answer. The best way for us to double check if we're right is to actually plug it in. So if we know 16 is equal to y1, let's say I put 16 up here. 16 plus 3 is going to be 19. 19 is equal to y2. 19 times 2, if we plug it into our second equation, is equal to 38. And that is correct. That's exactly what they told us. It's equal to 38. So that's how we could double check it. We plug our value for y1 back into our equations, and then we substitute those values in. That's it for today's practice question. If you have any questions or want to see your questions answered or need additional tutoring, do not hesitate to email calculatededucation@gmail.com. See you in the next one.